All right, guys, best traps of all time and how they were built. This is probably going to be my favorite series. I did chest already. I believe I did triceps already, so check it out. I think I did it last year. Let's go on. Before we move on, you guys already know traps is by far my favorite body part of all time. I feel like it's the most alpha muscle ever. Since I was a kid, I was always attracted to comic book characters with big ass traps like Bane, the Hulk, fucking Thanos, all the buff motherfuckers. But anyway, without further ado, let's begin the list. And we all know steroids play a big role in developing the traps. They have a lot of androgen receptors as well as the shoulders. So we already know. But it helps to also mention what these guys did to make their traps stand out so much. Apart from genetics, of course, because not everybody that's on steroids has big ass traps. Look at Kai Green and Ben Pakowski. I love those guys, but they got shitty ass traps. Their traps look like mine, and they're on the fucking juice. Anyway, guys, let's get it. Number 5, Dorian Yates. Dorian fucking Yates. You guys should know by now. Yates, one of my favorite bodybuilders of all time as well. He's definitely in my top 6. I won't say top 5. He's definitely in my top 6 bodybuilders. He had sick trap development. Sick trap development. Upper traps were there, as you can tell in this picture, but it was really mid traps, as you can see from this picture here. He had a sick mid and lower trap development. Um, as obviously as well as wide ass lats, but his rhomboids and mid traps were just insane. It was on the shot here. You can see the thickness of his traps. They were fucking amazing. So Dorian Yates to number 5. At number 4, we have my man Kevin LEVRONE. Watch my other videos. He's my top. He's in my top 2 favorite bodybuilders of all time. And it was very tough to move, to place him in second place because I just love Kevin LEVRONE. Simply because my top 3 favorite body parts of all time are his strong point, which is traps, shoulders, and triceps. He had some of the best traps, as you can tell, some of the best shoulders, if not the best shoulders of all time, and of course, some of the best triceps. But that's coming for a whole different video. He's definitely gonna be in the shoulder video, so just stay tuned. Look, another picture here of his traps, upward sloping like a motherfucker. And he attributes his development to heavy ass shrugs. If you watch a lot of his videos, he does heavy ass fucking shrugs. Um, Dorian Yates, I forgot to mention, it was the same thing. He was doing a lot of shrugs and deadlifts to help bring up his traps. All right, let's go to number 3. We have BERTIL Fox. BERTIL Fox, same thing. He's in my top 3 favorite bodybuilders of all time. In fact, he's at number 3. Right now, he's serving a sentence in prison for that. If you guys follow bodybuilding for years, the whole double homicide thing. So it's a big shame, but he was a fucking problem. Mind you, he was in the 80s and he had some big ass traps. And if you know, in the 80s, 70s, 80s, people didn't really care about back developments, especially upper trap. It was mostly chest and arms and things like that. But anyway, he had sick traps. Look at this picture right here. Crab pose, insane development. Back, another back shot. Not only he had upper traps, but you can see his mid back. Look, his neck is disappearing, guys. That is a sick ass look. Same thing. He attributed his development to mainly upright rolls. He had his own, variation of upright rolls where it looked like a clean. If I could find a video, I'll show you guys. But it's more like an upright roll, but he'll bring the ball a lot higher. And also, he's a strong ass motherfucker. Most of these guys were strong as fuck. I'm gonna get to that in the end. There goes another shot here, the 1983 Miss Olympia, where I personally believe he should have won. He got robbed, destroyed Lee Haney. I mean, in this picture, he doesn't even look like Lee Haney. Trains arms. Just look at the upper traps. Forget arms. This video is about upper traps. Look at the traps of BERTIL Fox compared to those of Lee Haney. And mind you, Lee Haney, was not a pushover. He had a sick mid back development as well. But just to show you how insane BERTIL Fox trap development was. All right, let's go to number 2. You guys are ready for this? Boom. None other than Ronnie Coleman. And it was insanely hard to place him at number 2 because he would have been number 1 if it wasn't for, you guys already know who number 1 is. I made so many videos about him. The number 1 on this list is my favorite bodybuilder of all time. But anyway, Ronnie Coleman, look at his upper trap development. Look at the difference between the distance between his chin and his fucking upper chest. You see that fucking difference? All that space right there is fucking traps, guys. Like, he had some high ass traps. Obviously, from doing a lot of heavy deadlifts, a lot of shrugs. He loves shrugs. And don't forget the T-bar rolls that would stretch the fuck out of his traps. There's another picture right here. Fucking insane, guys. Insane shot. Look at the mid back. Just pops out. Everything just comes out, guys. Not Ronnie Coleman, because he was so big, everyone forgets how massive his traps were. Insane. Almost looks Photoshop. There was another shot right here, as you could tell. Upper traps for days. Another shot of his back. Just so much thickness, so much muscle on the guy. All right, honorable mention. Before I give you the first place, we have Dexter Jackson. Sick trap development. Pops out at you when he's doing the crab balls. There's another picture right here. It's almost all his crab shot pictures look like they're Photoshop, but they're actually not. I watch him in every single Olympia, and I just wait for him to do that pose. They just come out at you. Branch Warren is another honorable mention. Sick trap development. Look at that. And he also has back tray, mid-back action based on this picture right here. Another thing that all these guys have in common is they're all strong as fuck. The top 5 bodybuilders, the top 5 traps of all time come from bodybuilders who are also some of the strongest bodybuilders ever. Branch Warren, Johnny Jackson, Ronnie Coleman, Bertil Fox, Dorian Yates. They're in the top 10 strongest bodybuilders of all time. So that was another bro science correlation for you. It's no coincidence that strongest guys have some big ass traps. Even naturals, people like Marco, Hansa, things like that. And there goes, without further ado, number 1, Johnny Jackson. Johnny Jackson, my favorite bodybuilder of all time. Best straps in the history of the game. I mean, his tank top is struggling to stay on. Look at that, guys. There goes a shot of his straps from the back. You can see the thickness. There goes another shot. You can tell he does a lot of deadlifts. Look at the fucking erectors, guys. Look at the mid and lower trap development. Another shot right here. Another shot. Look at his traps from the front, stretching the fuck out of his tank top. You can see another shot here of him doing some rolls. He has veins on his traps. How many people do you know have veins on their fucking traps, guys? And yes, he attributed his trap development to, like I said, deadlifts, shrugs, upright rolls, all that good stuff. But don't forget, he also used to use his traps a lot when he was a kid. He said his first job was involved picking up pallets and putting them on trucks. And I think he was like 10 years old. And if you think about it, picking up pallets is like doing an upright roll and a power clean. If you watch my videos on nucleus overload, you know that training a muscle every day or using a muscle every day, for an extended period of time, carries over to bodybuilding. When you start bodybuilding, boom, that muscle just pops out at you. So there's definitely some genetics involved as far as some substance use, but you definitely gotta, hand it to him in terms of using stress a lot. Plus, he used to do shrugs every fucking day when he was a teenager. You put all those things together, and you have a fucking monster. All right, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next one. It's gonna be on shoulders. Comment below. Give me your top 5. If you disagree with mine, there's a lot of people that were gonna make the top 5, but just couldn't crack the the ones that I got. But I would like to read the comments and see what you guys think. Also, don't forget to put your questions down for the next Q&A. Write video question before you comment. And I'm gonna use that for the next video. All right, guys, dominate. Other segments. So go in the comment section and just vote. Vote on what you think is your most requested topic, and then obviously the one that has the most likes are the ones that are gonna prioritize. In case let's say